Let's take a check now on how the two teams are going to line out. We're going to start with Clare. The Clare goalkeeper for this final, Pa Kelly, is the third netminder to play championship for the banner since Davy Fitzgerald's last match 7 years ago. The full back line, with experience aplenty, includes current under-21 fullback David McInerney, who's been man of the match against Limerick and in the last two under-21 matches as well. The half-back line includes captain Pat Donnellan, who's been playing the role of sweeper in matches against Galway and Limerick to great effect. Midfield then includes Conor Ryan, who would appear bound for an afternoon at number 6 if history repeats itself, and the highly influential Colin Galvin alongside him, which would mean that number 11 Tony Kelly might well be relocated to centre field, leaving John Conlon and Colin Ryan to battle at half forward. They look to utilise all available space to benefit Podge Collins, playing behind the towering figure of Dara Conan and one of Clare's most dangerous forwards, Conor McGrath. Well, Cork's goalkeeper Anthony Nash will sub to Donald O'Cusack for 6 years, but the current All-Star has been very quickly making up for lost time. He plays behind a full back line where Conor O'Sullivan has found himself playing the role of extra defender by virtue of circumstance in recent matches. The one change since the semi-final is the recall of fit again Brian Murphy in place of Tom Kenny. Both men, of course, are seeking a third winner's medal today. In the centre of the field, Cork have Lorcan McLaughlin and Daniel Carney, although McLaughlin has played half-back at times this year. The most experienced player at half-forward is the captain, Pa Cronin, who teaches in Lismore in County Waterford and playing today in his 30th championship match, leaving a full forward line with leading scorer Patrick Horgan, ably assisted by Luke O'Farrell, while Jamie Collin could very easily switch onto the 40. It's the second All-Munster All-Ireland final, the first for 16 years, and it's Cork who will play from left to right in the first half. Down as far as Dara Conan, steadies himself, but it's dropped well. Cross came Shane O'Neill, needs a replacement stick. Quite an edgy opening couple of minutes here, Michael.
Yeah, a little bit nervous. Great play there by Donald O'Donovan out in front of Conor Lehane. He's gone into the corner, Jamie Collin out in the wing, and see Brian Murphy has picked up Tony Kelly. There's a quick line ball now into Dara Conan.
And Dara Conan has this opening shot looking at the first point, and he's got it. Just over 2 minutes and 20 seconds are gone, and that's a good start for Dara Conan and for Clare.
Great scoring. They've been doing that all year, that quick line ball, and I'm surprised Cork weren't ready for it. And you're just looking at Clare, the only man inside 50 yards is Dara Conan inside on a one-on-one. If they can get a ball inside, all their forwards have withdrawn way out the field and they've left huge space inside in front of the goals.
Well, they'll be hoping to crowd that midfield and negate Cork's creative ability.
Conor Ryan gone to centre back, Pat Donnellan playing in the middle of the field. He's picked up Lorcan McLaughlin. Lorcan McLaughlin scored 3 points in the first half against Dublin. There's Seamus Harnedy now with a chance.
Harnedy swinging it off his left, and that one's got over the bar, and it's the opening point for Cork in this match. It's taken them nearly 6 minutes, but Seamus Harnedy, who's distinguished himself right from the very beginning of this year with display after display, wonderful hurling. 2 points to 1.
Yeah, great first touch there and a very important score. You know, settled Cork in. They were very hesitant since the start of the game, but that's a great score. Joyce
goes up, leaves it behind, however. Picked up here by Brian Murphy. Oh, it's a wayward pass straight to the other number 5, who is Brendan Bugler. Withstands the challenge. Back here as far as John Conlon. Conlon, 65 metres out from his target. It's a lovely looking shot, and it's got over the bar. What a boost that is for John Conlon. Well, he usually is a consistent, threatening force for Clare, hampered by injury this year, but here he's made it 3 points to 1. That sails through the middle here, going back, trying to take it, Brian Murphy, but under pressure now, and the pressure being exerted by Tony Kelly, ever the danger. Tricky angle for him, wonderful score. Beautiful point by Tony Kelly. Well, he got the angles absolutely right there, because this wasn't easy by any manner of means. Stumbling, pursued vigorously, great score, 4-2. That puck out comes down towards Park Roden, and here comes Daniel Carney. Carney from 30 metres out, great save! Followed up in there, Luke O'Farrell can't get it in. And was it picked up off the ground? The referee, I think, indicates that it was.
And Anthony Nash coming up the field.
And it's going to be an opportunity for Cork and Anthony Nash to try his luck. And he's not coming up there just to put it over the bar. There'll be more than 5.
Well, he was called up very quickly, but it's only a technical foul, so it's a 21-yard free. But he's definitely, with his power, he's going to go for it.
Nash with 5 points already in this year's championship. Rising, striking off the goalkeeper. I think it went up too high in the air for the goalkeeper, Anthony Nash, to get the connection he wanted, but tremendous save by Park Kelly. Fired his body at that, and now the goalkeeper for Cork is out of position, and here comes Podge Collins, and Podge Collins drops this one over the bar. A point for Clare, where Cork were going for a goal at the other end.
Anthony Nash threw the ball nearly into the 14-yard line. A brilliant save by Patrick Kelly. He was goading Anthony Nash to go for the goal, and he went out, threw himself in front of it. But that's a huge turning point, I think, early in the game. Great save and a great score by Podge Collins down the other end.
All the way down as far as Podge Collins. Darts this way and that, gets away from Conor O'Sullivan. Beautiful ball inside, precisely in as far as Conor McGrath. Switching his legs this way and that, and then over the bar. That's a beautifully worked point. That's this new Clare hurling team at their very best. Precise about where they pass it, confident in their approach, going past the defenders, hitting the shots and getting another one. 8 points to 4. Back once again comes John Conlon. Big huge one in towards Dara Cohn, and that spells danger. Oh, great save. Anthony Nash got down, somehow managed to keep it out. Should have been a goal for Clare. It's a free out instead. Reminiscent of what happened in Limerick in the Munster semi-final. Dara Conan had goal chances there. He had about 3, but this was a really good one, and he certainly is causing problems. Should have scored. Really good piece of goalkeeping. That was low down to the goalkeeper's left. Broken down again here. Harnedy flicking it across. Daniel Carney now, the SARS man. Van Wolves, Cian Dillon's there. So too is Galvin. Cian Dillon then comes across Seamus Harnedy. Release the ball back once again, and this time it's gone over the bar. And another point from play for Cork. And this one is scored by their midfielder Daniel Carney. His 4th point of this year's championship.
Yeah, good play there by Seamus Harnedy on the ground. Lovely little hand pass, and Daniel Carney over the bar. And expected to see much more of him in the game. That might settle him down now, and as we kept saying, that Cork are going to be the happier team. They're only 3 points down, with Clare having dominated possession. I
think Jimmy Barry Murphy and Kieran Kingston, as you say, will be quietly pleased if they don't concede a goal between now here at half-time. Tony Kelly with this shot, lovely score. He's a terrific performer. One of the most eye-catching young players in this year's championship. The ex-St. Flannan's man picked it up, darts forward, and the usual dead-eye accuracy. Wonderful stuff. 12 points to 8.
Yeah, great score, Ger. He's completely two-sided. I think that's why he's so difficult to mark. Very pacey, and that's one off his left and one off his right now.
Just looks the complete hurler, doesn't he? That sails in over the head of Conor Ryan that time. Chance to recover, however. Cork have it. Horgan looking for support players. Lorcan McLaughlin getting more into it now in the last couple of minutes. That's good vision. Picks out Brian Murphy, and Brian Murphy knocks it over the bar. It's only his 2nd ever championship point, playing in his 9th championship season. The ultra-efficient player, playing in his 45th championship match today, Brian Murphy. And he's been on the winning team for Cork 29 times, hoping this will be the 30th. He's made it 12 points to 9. And it's Tony Kelly once again. Oh wow, how about that? Shades of Patalini from back in the 70s. This is one-handed away by Conor O'Sullivan. Back out as far as a free Patrick Horgan. Nobody got near him. He has a go. He drives it beautifully over the bar. A 7th for Pat Horgan. His first to come from play. And the gap tightens to 2 points in the first minute of added time. And Clare must be wondering why they're not further ahead. Park Kelly pucking out. Maybe there's time for one more Clare attack. They would probably feel they could do it another point just to stretch their lead before the break, but they're not going to get it there. Went off Podge Collins. We haven't seen him do the kind of usual roaming that he tends to do in matches.
No, but he is coming across the field here a lot. He scored 2 good points in the first half, both of them nearly from the left half forward position. He is travelling and covering ground, but not playing the same role off out the middle of the field.
William Egan hits it in. Brian Gavin blows his whistle. And the teams go off at half-time here, having shared 22 points. And at half-time here in Croke Park in the 126th All-Ireland hurling final, it's Clare who lead. Clare 12 points, Cork 10. broken up here. Pat O'Connor couldn't get it, but Tony Kelly can. Throws it ahead of himself almost, lost it anyway, and then knocked it down towards Patch Collins. Clare fans felt he was fouled, referee didn't agree. In it goes as far as Colin Galvin, and Galvin places it across here on the left hand side. Beautifully there for Tony Kelly, steadies himself and puts it over the bar. He knew from the minute he hit it, he was jumping for joy with that one, punching the air, and he's got the first point of the second half, 3 between. I'm sure Davy Fitzgerald has told them you won the first half, but you should be further ahead at this point.
Here's Conor Lehane on the ball now. It's the first time he's really got any space.
Hasn't scored so far, and Lehane gets away. O'Connor's after him, but Lehane has the chance, and he strikes a brilliant goal. It's his first ever championship goal, and it comes after 40 minutes. And now Cork will feel they're in with a renewed chance. They're within a point. It's Clare, 14 points, Cork 1 goal and 10, and Conor Lehane, who's a real attacking threat, fires it into the corner, and now it could change the complexion of this All-Ireland final.
Yeah, well, that's a great goal. You know, we know the ability he has. Patrick Kelly's going to be disappointed. You can see there, tried to get the hurl up and couldn't get it across his body and into the back of the net, and that's the ability that Conor Lehane has, and that's really, you know, going to spark the game into life. And Clare won't believe how they're just a point up now at this stage, but Cork now in the mix.
And from that puck out, it's Clare who have to go back into their own half-back line, in particular Tony Kelly, to get on the ball here, surrounded by Cork players. And now Cork are squeezing the space on Clare, such as Clare were doing earlier on here. Cian Dillon tries to get it out, Moylan tries to get possession. In there is Luke O'Farrell as well, but emerging with it once again is Conor Ryan, a star of this match so far, giving everything. It's only his third championship match, when he made his debut against Galway in the quarter-final. Out as far as Podge Collins, change of direction, and then goes forward, impishly carrying it this way and that, like an egg and spoon race, finally hitting it beautifully onto the netting and over the bar. How about that? Now that's the beautiful game.
That's an incredible score. Podge Collins is covered by 2 men, turned back inside and off the hurler. That's as good a score as you'll ever see in Cork Park. Fantastic ball, straight over the black spot.
And he's made it 16 points to 111. This time it's broken down here, and the race for possession is won by Daniel Carney, and Carney knocks it over. Great play by the midfielder, a point in each half. Well, he's become a stronger, more durable player this year, and he's added a little bit of finishing power as well. Can be a real powerhouse performer in midfield. They need a big finish to this match from Daniel Carney. It's a 1-point game, 16 points to 112. Brendan Bugler once again lobs it forward here towards Dara Conan. I haven't seen him really get on the ball often enough. Had a goal chance, got a point. Now he's in the thick of it. The big tall man. Oh, that's good vision inside. Beautiful ball in as far as Colin Ryan. Blocked well. Conor O'Sullivan's off it second time. Great defending by the number 4 of Cork, Conor O'Sullivan. Could have been a goal chance there for Clare. Might come yet. Pat Donlan now. Donlan 30 metres out. Plays it beautifully outside towards McGrath. There's work to do here, and he takes a point. Beautiful score by Conor McGrath. That's good, mature play by Clare. Great vision as well. Donlan was setting up. He was the architect of this, but the finisher was Conor McGrath. 17 points to 112. Free to Clare, which is going to be for Brendan Bugler, being fouled there. We're 50 minutes into this match now. 20 to go. So it's up to these players now to show what they can do, to demonstrate their skills on the biggest day of all in the hurling calendar. There's a title here for Clare or for Cork, and it's advantage Clare at this stage by just 2 points. This time it's lobbed in dangerously. Down went McGrath. Waiting for it here is Christopher Joyce, and under pressure he gets it away, but it'll be a line ball to Clare. Incessant pressure now on the Cork backs being exerted. Tony Kelly's ready to take this. There's got to be another change, and the next man in will be number 23, Cathal Naughton. The Cork selectors ready to make changes, not standing on ceremony. Well, in fact, it's look,
Cian McCarthy got hurt, I think. Yeah, he was down injured there a few minutes ago.
So this is John Conlon making a better angle for himself, and a really good score by Conlon. When he's in form, he's worth seeing. His season blighted with injury. A player who only lasted 19 minutes against Cork in the Munster Championship. He's lasting this one. This is beautifully caught by Seamus Harnedy. First one I think he's caught, and he puts it over the bar. Great plucky play here by Seamus Harnedy, the 22-year-old, getting his second point. And here he caught this one brilliantly, took off, had only a point on his mind, and made it. We're into the last quarter of this match. That's batted back out here, but collected once again. And this time Colin Ryan looks, waits, and sees the white flag. He's got a ninth. He's capable of amassing huge tallies. I remember one night down in Cork Ring when they met in the league in March. I think he got 12 that night. He's capable of a fantastic score in this final.
He is, Ger. That's all 6 forwards now have scored from play. The half forward line scored 6 points from play, and the full forward line scored 6 points from play. As I say, against 1-3 on the other end, so they've scored double the amount that Cork have so far from play.
Cathal Nocton, something of a forgotten man in Cork hurling, sparingly used. Back to William Egan, lobbing it in here towards Moylan, trying to break it down. It comes down towards Luke O'Farrell, and he is fairly well flattened. Free in from 20 metres out, and they'll bring up the goalkeeper. They need a goal chance. They need to have their chances here rescued by a goal from Nash. Now, Anthony Nash about to take this. And I wonder will the referee be looking at the goalkeeper's positioning?
Yeah, I was going to say that, Joe. Patrick Kelly came out an awful long way in the first one, and Anthony Nash threw it in really to the 14-yard line, which is entitled to do.
This time the referee's going in.
Have a word, yeah.
And it's worth looking as well that the D isn't encroached. So Nash, 57 minutes into the game, Cork need a goal. He's got it! Second ever championship goal for Anthony Nash. And now it's a 2-point game. 2-13 for Cork. Clare still leading with their 21 points.
That's what they call a rocket, Ger. Absolutely buried it. The first one he threw the way a little to her, but look at that into the roof of the net. A fantastic score.
Podge Collins is able to get away. He's elusive well. Hooked by Stephen MacDonald. Playing well. And the referee blows his whistle and gives a free out to Cork at the end of all of that. 12 minutes are remaining in the 2013 final. It's a 2-point game. Clare ahead.
I wouldn't be surprised with Anthony Nash. He could get the distance. I know it's an awful long way out from his own 45, but he has a massive strike of the ball.
He got 2 points against Clare from distance in the Munster semi-final. This is going to drop short. 2 against 2 in there, broken down, and in comes Harnedy, and Harnedy goes down, and it's a penalty. Knew exactly what he had to do, caught it, that loose ball, drove at the defenders, and now the referee is calling across one of the backs. It's got to be Cian Dillon, and Dillon is the one who gets the yellow card for this, even though it looked like it was MacDonald from the replay who caught him, but that's the man who got the card. So the goalkeeper's up again, Anthony Nash. He's already the top scoring goalkeeper in an All-Ireland hurling final. Prior to that, in living memory, the only man who had done it was Brendan Cummins 2 years ago against Kilkenny. So while Davy Fitzgerald and Louis Mulqueen mull over this, Anthony Nash gets about his business, looking for a second goal, and it's stopped. And they've saved it. And Paul Kelly has done brilliantly well and gets the congratulations of Pat O'Connor and the rest of the backs. And Clare remain in front by 2 points with just over 10 minutes to go. He came out, got the stick to it. Was a little uncertain as to where it was going to go to after that. Well, in fact, it was on the line. It was saved on the line. Not sure Kelly actually got the first touch at all, but it was stopped there. I think it might be Donald O'Donovan. That's a brilliant piece of catching there by Conor Ryan. He's had a superb match. Can he finish it off with a point here? What about that wonderful score? Oh, it's his first ever in the championship. Oh, he has developed brilliantly, and the UL student, only given his debut at the quarter-final stage. Look at that for fetching. Caught it superbly, and then drove it from 45 metres out, maybe even more.
Yeah, that's an incredible score, definitely the best score of the match, and he's had a fantastic game at centre-back, wing-back, wherever he's been needed. He's been brilliant.
We've seen some wonderful points. Colm Galvin here now, very near the sideline, denied space, once again picked up here by Conor Lehane. They need a score from Lehane. Can he supply it? He can. A goal and a point now for Conor Lehan, both of them coming in the second half, and Cork keep on chipping away. They're 3 points behind, there are 8 minutes remaining, and this was Lehan's second score of the day. Park Kelly, an important one to win here now, and it's Clare who win it, and it's Conor McGrath feeding it outside there to the new man, Cathal McInerney. He got 2 goals in a fourth against Wexford. This time he drops short, comes up the post. That was missed by Podge Collins. MacDonald got it away, out as far as Daniel Carney, and Cork got away with it. A Clare goal there, you would feel, coming at this stage would have finished the match, but instead it is Moylan. Stephen Moylan, his first chance, back in here, as far as Park Cronin. A goal! Park Cronin! Only chance he's had so far in this game, and the teams are level with 64 minutes gone. It's an amazing second half. It looked like Clare, but Cork have a never-say-die approach. They got lucky there. Missed by Podge Collins. Should have been a goal at one end, but what happened at the other end? Down went Cork, and Cronin scored.
And that's a brilliant finish by Park Cronin. He was so cool. He used all his experience, looked for the space, took his few steps, and then buried it up in the roof of the net. A brilliant goal by Park Cronin.
If there's to be another score here now, it'll probably be the winning of the All-Ireland final. Podge Collins hops it on the ground, gets it back again, loses it to Cathal Naughton. Naughton goes way back, tries to fend off Tony Kelly, and sends it out over the sideline, off the Clare stick. It's got to be a line ball, and there are going to be 2 minutes of added time now, and we're into that, as you can see already, with the match tied, tantalisingly so.
Yeah, well, I took Jerry Clare hang on for a draw or win it. Conor McGrath, he made some ground. He travelled back 70 yards there, and Christopher Joyce took the ball off him, and he saw Cathal Naughton doing the very same thing there on Podge Collins. Some great effort into the 70th minute in All-Ireland final. Great tackling.
Oh, it's wonderful stuff. Absolutely magnificent stuff by both these teams. Chris Joyce cut in. Onto it, here comes Horgan. Can he be the match winner? Will this be the winner of the All-Ireland? It's over the bar! Patrick Horgan gets a 10th. 1 minute of stoppage time still to go, and Cork go in front here by 3:16 to 24 points. It would be very cruel on Clare, but then this is a day for winners. Who's going to do it? Advantage Cork. Back out it comes again to Cathal Naughton. Cathal Naughton taking off. We know he's got pace. Pat Donlan is after him and flicks it away. There's a support player there waiting for it, and that ball is hit in there by Stephen Moylan, and finally won back by Park Kelly. 30 seconds or thereabouts to go. He's been hounded across over there by Luke O'Farrell, out over the far sideline. Line ball coming up. A line ball to Cork, and the Cork fans all around Croke Park are on their feet at this stage. What a winner that would be by Pat Horgan, one of the stars of the day, on a day when Clare have certainly been the better team, but Jimmy Barry's Murphy's side look like they're about to snatch the victory. Stephen Moylan ready to hit this.
He needs it to go dead when the game is over.
Hits it in and hits it wide. Almost there. Jimmy Barry Murphy looks like he's done it. It looks like he's brought a Cork team from nowhere to win the championship. A few seconds remaining. Clare won one more chance. That's Pat O'Connor. Inside it comes here. Mickey O'Connell now, trying to fend off challenges. Back out it comes once again to Donald O'Donovan. They would deserve a draw. They get a draw. Donald O'Donovan puts it over the bar. And Davy Fitzgerald and Clare, I think, will be back here. The referee has allowed the quick puck out to be taken. It's still in play no longer. It's all over, and it's ended in a magnificent draw at Croke Park. For the second year in a row, the teams in the final have to come back and do it all again. We won't complain. Jimmy Barry Murphy must have felt he had the game won 60 seconds ago. Davy Fitzgerald must have feared the worst. But how about that?
Well, Gerard,
heroes everywhere.
I have to say, there's a little bit of booing from the Cork club because it was maybe 30 seconds in over the 2 minutes, but that's at the referee's discretion.
And this is how it's finished. The full-time score, Clare 25 points, Cork 3 goals and 16.